everybody. Welcome to Talk Time with Lacy and Erin. We are so excited to be with you this week. We are talking about soul contracts, something that everybody wants to talk about, everybody wants to know about, and it's one of my favorite things to talk about. It's one of Erin's favorite things to talk about. So this is what we're doing today. And Erin.
Hi, everybody. Erin Kosher here of the Lightworker Development School. And of course, our beautiful, wonderful, amazing Earth Angel, Lacy Hart here of Spiritual Grace. And we do love doing this. I'm going to let you guys know something up front, though. All right? Because, we like to over deliver. There is no way for us to tell you everything there is to know about soul contracts in this one short show. Okay, 30 minutes is not enough time for us to tell you about all of this, but we're going to go over the part of soul contracts that people tend to have the most misconceptions or the most questions about. So we're just going to cover those today. Now, Lacy, before we dive in, I know you have a really phenomenal energy cord cutting program that you're doing. Tell everyone about that.
Yes, so on Saturday, July 31st at 9 a.m. Eastern, I am having a masterclass that'll be about 3 hours. And what we're going to learn all about cord cutting. We're going to learn, why do we cord? How do we cord? How do we get the cord to be negative? How do we test the cord to see if it's negative? How do we test it if it's positive? Where do we cord? Our chakras and why we cord there. And I have a special guest coming. She is a pharmacist turned holistic healer. Her name's Anita Bush. She's coming to talk about some other things with cording too. But like Erin just said, you can't even go over cording everything in cording right now. There's so much energy work to cording. So this is a basic 101. Learn about it. What happens? Why do we cord? Where do we cord? How to test a negative or positive cord. This is cording 101. This will get you a basic understanding of cording.
And how it affects you, how it affects your life, and how you do not have to be controlled by this stuff that you don't even know. It puts you in the driver's seat. It puts you in control. So, Lacy, I also know that you are offering this at a phenomenal rate. Yes. I know you, it's what, $44.44 USD. So anyone that is interested in this, reach out to Lacy. You can find her on Facebook at Spiritual Grace, or we're going to leave the links down below so that you can also message her, get in touch with her, and get on that.
And if you guys cannot make it, it is a pre-recorded. We will record it and I will email it to you. So there are people who have to work, and I understand that. So we're going to record it and we'll email it to you, and you'll have it to watch and save and be able to take notes. And I will still be open to answering any questions. So I'm really excited to offer this. This is probably my first big masterclass that I'm putting on, and I'm really excited to teach the cording because, like Erin said, if you're corded with people, you're not in your driver's seat.
Exactly.
So, Erin, you have a class coming up too.
Yes, I do.
Lightworker Development School. Tell me what you're doing.
You know what? I get asked all the time about spirit guides and angels. And wow, there is so much misconception about who they are, what they do, how to connect with them, and all of this stuff. And, it is, guys, I'm doing a master class, 90 minutes, and that is on Wednesday, August 4th at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. And it is going to be hands-on. We are going to get together and I am going to teach you who they are, what they do, how to work with them, how to connect with them, how to have a relationship so you are working together, okay? And how they really can assist you in any and every aspect of your life. So, yep, I am doing that. And I'm also using, because it's spirit guides and angels, I'm also going with the angel number of $44.44 USD. So anyone who's interested in that, again, we're going to put those links below. But today, let's get talking about soul contracts, and let's start with the big three that
All right.
most people don't realize
Yes.
are different things. They think it's all one. So
So
let's explain it.
I love that we're doing this because I'm just now learning a lot more about twin flames and soulmates and karmic partners, right? Karmic relationships, all these different soul contracts that we have with people to learn. We are here to learn and to learn these lessons.
To experience. We are here to experience. And that's the big thing. When you realize that we have these contracts, meaning we agreed to this, we kind of put it in astral writing and stamped it before we got here, that this person would be in our lives for a specific reason for us to experience. And part of that experience may be to grow and further develop, or in human words, get better at, master, become adept. Or it could be that we just want to experience something, like if you are saying, hey, I've never had Thai food. I'm just going to grab a hey, I'm going to go get some. And this person's agreed to be that Thai food restaurant for you. And it's just about experiencing. So Lacy, let's break this down. As you said, we have twin flame, we have soulmate, and then we have the karmic, what we're going to call the karmic soul contracts.
And I want to bring up a point really quick about karma, because I think karma, when people
hear, not what people think.
It's not what people think, y'all. I promise. When you hear karma, it's not bad. It doesn't have to be. Karma is just emotions. That's bringing emotions to the surface that you have to sort out with somebody, an experience that you're learning with somebody. If you go get Thai food for the first time, you're probably a little excited that you're trying something new, that you're doing something out of your comfort zone, right? That can be karma.
But it was to expand
yes.
your knowledge and your experience with different foods. Yes. I know we're using like these simple little analogies,
but it's true.
Let's give them one that maybe let's let them apply it. Say your karmic energy, your knowledge base, your soul, your being, and we'll call it a theme that you're really looking to fully experience or perfect. And say that theme is love. So now you may have had lifetimes where you were a mother, or you were a lover, or you were in a great relationship, you were in a lousy relationship, you were in this kind of relationship, because there's so many forms of love. There's platonic, there's sexual, there's passionate, there's romantic, there's, love, for, all sorts. So you bring that karma, meaning all of that knowledge, all of that energy, but you're looking at it and it's going, okay, but it's not complete. I still haven't done or experienced this, or I want to get better at this.
Yes.
So you make a contract with someone using this theme of love to come in, and they're going to help you with whatever it is so that gets more complete.
Yes.
So I maybe think of karma that way, guys.
Yes, because I think that if we stop and we use what the I don't even know how to say this, the collective energy of karma, which most people think it's different than what it is. We can kind of bring it a little bit different way, but if we look at it the way Erin just explained it and the way I did, you're coming here to learn energy, the emotions, energy and motion, the theme.
Balancing out. It's about
Balancing
balancing out your knowledge, balancing out the energy, balancing out the experience. So that's why when someone says, oh, you're a crappy person, karma's going to get you. What that really means is the balance, the counterpart of that. In order for them to fully experience it, in order for them to balance that, yeah, they're going to experience the crappy part.
Yes, absolutely. So now that you guys know a little bit more about karma and the word that we're going to use today, we can go into these relationships and a little bit explain a little bit more about them. So I would love to talk first about soulmates, because I believe that soulmates, they're not just what we think. We are not talking about Noah and Allie in the Notebook just always, right? It can be, but that's not how it always is. And it's okay that it's not. So let's bring all of our expectations down and let's just be open.
Level the field.
Level the field. And let's just learn today, right? Let's just talk and let's just not have expectations for it. And let's just let it be the Beatles. Let it be.
I love that song.
I do too.
Okay. So now let's think about a soul mate. Let's just take that.
Yes.
More often than not, your soul mate is now you can have more than one.
Yes.
All right. So that's the other thing. People think you just have one. You can have more than one. Your soulmate is the one that is like working the most with you on what your soul wants to do, be, have, achieve, or experience in this life for your soul's highest good, which is your highest growth, because as souls, that's the only reason we come here, is to experience, to grow. So more often than not, that soulmate is going to push your freaking buttons
for the highest good.
For the highest good. Or they may be your best friend, and this is platonic. Your soulmate, meaning from your soul family, and from your soul family, which we'll talk about another day, but we all have a soul family.
That's a whole topic.
That's a whole topic. We all have a soul family on the other side. We don't all come together at the same time, right, but a bunch of us will. And those are your soul mates that come into your life to play that specific role that you've asked them to play. And it can be romantic. It can be. It's not always. Right. That's a human Hollywood preconception that we put on it. Usually, and here's the kicker. You want the kicker, guys? Your soulmate, besides it could be your best friend, your bestest friend, and you know, and you're gonna have a couple in your life. You're not just gonna have one.
That's one thing I wanted to bring up is the more you grow, it changes. You'll meet different soulmates, different levels, bring in different soulmates.
You know, that great love affair maybe that you had where there was everything, and oh my gosh, that burning desire, and you just know you knew this person forever, and you just, but it's not a good relationship. Maybe it's toxic, or, you know, it's just not. That's your soulmate that came to help you by pushing all of that stuff so that you could learn that honor for yourself, the self-love, and stand strong, and all of this. And it's not easy. I'm not saying it's easy, but guys, guess what? We didn't come here for easy peasy. Right. If we wanted easy peasy, we would have stayed where we were. Yep. So you can have multiple soulmates. That are not always going to be that love affair. You can have some romantic ones. More often than not, 80% are not. They could be your best friend. It could be your business partner that you're totally aligned with. Yes. You know, it could be someone that literally, it could be a family member that pushes every button you have and you can't escape them. Or
Right.
it could be that person where you left that relationship, but you just knew you were supposed to meet them. You knew you were supposed to do this. You knew that it was right, even though it all went wrong.
So let's talk about how we know. Let's talk about because this goes down to your emotions. This is how you know when you've met somebody, your soulmate. Because in my experience, you can meet people all day and connect with them, and that's just a connection. That's a human connection. When I have met people, soul connections, my inner being knows immediately. You might have met them on the street and you just look at them and their essence, their energy about them.
You're either like,
I know you.
Have we met? I feel like I know you. Like they stop you. It's just like, no, I feel like I know you. I feel like we need to catch up.
Yes, that's what it is. Oh my gosh.
I feel like we need to catch up. Or you just look at them and you're like, I need to know this person. I just need to know this person.
Yes. That's
okay. That kind of recognition that it doesn't make any
sense.
Logical sense.
Not at all.
It's just literally like that.
Yes, it is. It's a shift. It's a huge.
Or you may feel deja vu, and that deja vu is because you do know them. You are remembering because they're from your soul family, and you charted.
I agree, and I think that that's a really big thing. Hang on, I've got to pause this. Okay, so the feelings that we get when we meet them, that will help you understand, oh, okay, and you might have never met somebody, or you might have met them and just not been aware, right? So what we're giving you is a little bit of awareness to see, to feel with the person that you see, and you feel that energy. You can think, okay, well, this has to be something. And it doesn't have to be a soulmate, because like Erin said, there's other things that other twin flames, karmic partners, all these other things.
Let's go into the twin flame, because that's what most people think a soulmate is.
Yes.
And the twin flame is literally when we were created. All right, guys, I'm going to ask you to please put down any of your, if this is not your belief system, we respect that. We're not telling you to change your belief system. We're going to explain what not only we believe, but with over 50 years of study and my own personal experience as a psychic medium and doing readings, mediumship readings, and past life regressions, I'm going to share what I believe based on what I have learned. And as same for Lacy. So when we are created, there is because we are the masculine, the feminine.
Right.
And we can actually our soul can be in more than one place at once. But on that plane, we kind of separate.
Right.
And the one part comes. There are times, especially now, and I'll explain why it's more prevalent now, where that other part that usually does not incarnate at the same time, guys. People think every single person on this planet has a soul, a twin flame. And technically, you're right. We do. But they're not always here on the planet at the same time of us. Why? Because they are there helping us, guiding us, supporting us, and really being there for us. Now, there are times, especially now, where the twin flames are becoming more and more and more like, whoa, there's more of this going on.
Right.
And that's a whole other subject, which basically means that usually that happens when you are either on one of your last incarnation, because you're not coming back, and this is your master's and your final and your PhD, right, your thesis, and after this, so you guys are doing it together and off you go. or because maybe you charted something so big that you need that here with you
Right.
in that physical form. Okay, so twin flames, absolutely. And those are passionate.
Yes.
Even if you don't touch each other, the passion, the
Chemistry.
literal, yes, the chemistry is, and that when you come together, it's like you are a force of nature, that there you are just like as one, because it is the two halves coming together.
I'll be honest, the twin flame is the one that I'm learning about the most, because it's like the soulmates was what I started. What I've learned about this, guys, is you don't have to try to take it all in at once. It's okay to break this down and just learn one at a time. Don't make this hard. Keep it super simple. Kiss. Keep it super simple.
Keep it super simple. Absolutely.
Yes.
I use that kiss analogy an awful lot. So, guys, do twin flames and that perfect romance, and they say that there's someone for everyone. Yes, but that someone for everyone isn't always going to be the twin flame. You can still have a wonderful, amazing, soul satisfying relationship with someone that you have a soul contract with. Like, it could be one of your soulmates. It could be. But I don't want you to think that your soulmates that's all it's limited to, because it's not.
Haven't you found that I have found more friend soulmates?
And as you progress, have you noticed that some, and it's not because you have a falling out, but that some may leave and a new one comes in. And you may meet somebody and you're just like, oh my gosh, I love you, you're great. And you become really good friends. And yet there's that other one where, like I said, you just feel like, I've known you, I know you, where have you been? We need to catch up.
Yes. I've had both of those experiences where I have felt, just like you said, the ones where you meet them, you experience so much together, and then they come and go. And then you have the ones that you meet and you don't really even know what's going on. You're like, I feel like we need to go have lunch right now. I don't know you personally, but my soul knows you, and it's time to go get some tacos and it's time to catch up. And that's how it is for me. That's a very personal thing when you meet somebody. And I call
going for tacos is a very personal thing. I don't just share my tacos,
right,
or my nachos grande with everybody.
right. And you get that zing in your heart, and it's literally a zing for me, and it's like a vibrational awareness that, oh my gosh, I resonate with you on a level that I don't even know you. Why do I resonate with you like this? And you want to get to know them so quickly, and you want to understand it so quickly, but sometimes that's not how it works, is it?
I do want to go back and talk about karmic partner again,
Yes.
for a moment. So now, for those of you who are going to take Lacy's energy cord cutting class, you're going to learn some of this. This is something that my students, I teach every client, every student of mine. As we go through this planet, okay, everything's energy, we're energy, they're energy, we're all energy. We are connecting cords
All day.
daily, all day, like you would not believe. And you're going to learn also, depending on the different type of cord cuttings, because guys, there are many different types of cord cuttings, and there's no way in 3 hours you can teach all of it. Plus
I know, right.
Overview.
This is 101.
It's 101. But here's the thing. When you have a karmic cord with someone, meaning that energy cord is coming from a contract of some sort, those cords don't get cut. What you can do is, when you recognize what that cord is, you can then complete it. If it's one of those things where you're like, Okay, thank you so much for coming. You can leave now, but you haven't completed. By learning about that, you can complete it, and then you can say thank you, and you can let it dissolve
Yes.
because it's been met and honored. So that's another reason why learning this, it's beneficial. But here's the thing, for right now, for what we're saying today, we just want to introduce to you this information
Yes.
based on these three types of soul contracts. There's others, but we just want to introduce this to you. And then just kind of sit back and think, who is in my life that either they push my buttons, which means they're helping you to be a better version of you, because in order for you to be that better version, you have to figure out how to be in adversity. Or how is this person just really brings so much joy? They're just, I know them, I adore them, I don't need a reason, it just is.
Yes.
And to take the Hollywood pressure off yourself, that each and every person is supposed to be in just like, oh my God, when we come together, we combust, okay? The Hollywood. Yes, you can still have a fabulous, remarkable, amazing relationship with a soulmate, and they will come, because even if our twin flame isn't here, we still charted for that. Okay, we have that in our timeline, in our possibility. All right, so just allow.
Yes.
Don't close off your options, or don't enjoy what you already have thinking there's something better.
I agree. That is one thing that I think that we do when we learn about these twin flames and all these things is we want a label.
Every moment is perfect. We never have a crossword. And every time we come together, it is the most amazing moment of our existence.
Well, and we live in a society that wants instant gratification immediately right now. So if we can name it a twin flame, we can almost justify the actions, I think, sometimes. So it's really important to stop trying to label things.
Guys, write that down. That is a golden nugget that will serve you well in life if you never listen to another thing we have to say. Lacy, can you say that again for them?
We have to quit trying to label things for instant gratification, because that is not how this works. You do not meet somebody and call it a twin flame and get instant gratification and think that you've figured it all out, because that's not how it is. This takes sifting and sorting and awareness and realizations and inner work. I mean, I have never had a contract that has been easy. There's always been an experience to learn, whether it's a good experience or a bad, right? Because we're here to.
All right. Well, you know what that tells me? That tells me that as a soul, you're an overachiever.
Oh my gosh.
You came here to, that means on a soul level, your soul said, oh no, honey, we're going down there and I'm going to own it. So
I don't mean to make the face of like, but sometimes I think that to myself, because every contract that I have, there's duality to it. And I'm learning both good and bad, which is wonderful. I love that. But I would never label it something, because to me personally, it's just a label. And what's important is figuring out the experience.
The experience.
That's what's important to me.
Absolutely. So now we really do. Our intent is that you find this helpful.
Yes.
Literally, not just informative, but helpful, that you can apply this, that you can take this information, whether it's to make sense of something or to make some decisions, however you choose to apply it. That really is our intent for doing these shows. So we would love your feedback, guys. Yes. Okay. What about this? What was like a big aha for you? Or what did you find interesting the most, or what would you like more clarity on?
Yes.
Do you have experiences you want to share? We ask you to do that. We're also going to tell you that, hey, you should have said this in the beginning. Please, if you have not done so already, hit the subscribe button. Okay, hit the like button. What that means is YouTube will let more people see this.
We can reach.
Okay, which means we are getting that light out there. And then we also do want to say that we do have our own private programs where we mentor and coach. Lacy, you are the energy Reiki master lady. You are like, woohoo. And then you are. And then I do psychic development, mentoring, and spiritual coaching, where we dive into all of this and a lot more hands-on, one-on-one.
And Erin and I have shared clients, and you can expect that we're going to be there. We're going to show up. We're going to help you. We're going to do our absolute best. And what we can't help you with, we know more people like us, and we can just send you right along to them. So just know that we are a resource for you. We are here to help guide you, and we are here to help teach you whatever. And if that's not our expertise, don't worry. The list of people that we both know, we found one for you. So don't ever feel like there's not enough to go around. Erin and I have so many friends out here in this world, and we would love to connect you with them if this isn't what you're interested in. But please know that we are a resource for you, and we are here to serve.
So everyone, we wish you well, and we send you love, light, and blessings. And we will be back next week, where we are going to be doing, we're going to be talking about angels, what they are, what they aren't. Absolutely. So we look forward to sharing that with you.
Thank you so much for joining us. We love doing this. So thank you all, and we look forward to talking to you next week.